All right, big thank you to Coach Fischels and Coach Stout for joining us pre-game. Let's take you right into those. Our Northside Insurance starting lineups brought to you by Northside Insurance with locations in Bloomfield and Centerville. Call Amy or Sandy in Centerville or Lisa and Lynn in Bloomfield. Here, your visitors first, the Clarke Indians. And here's the starting five for head coach Michael Fischels. He likes to mix it up a little bit, but this has been a pretty typical starting five here. And, of course, we highlight Jack Cooley after we talked about his struggles first time around against EBF. You know he wants to come out and have a big game against the Rockets. Flipping over to the Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont side. Here we highlighted Clarke Stout after the game he had against the Indians first time down. 15 points, 11 rebounds. Was also very efficient from the field. 6 of 12 shooting. They'll need a big performance from 32 tonight, Clarke Stout. For EBF, if they want to avoid dropping a second game in conference, and also stick right there with the Knoxville Panthers, who are not in action tonight. They play Sheraton tomorrow. We're excited that we're going to get to be there for Panthers versus Cancer. A very fun, very heartwarming, very emotional event from what I've heard. We're very excited to get our first experience of that tomorrow evening in Knoxville between the Panthers and Chargers. So those are your starting lineups for both teams. We are just about ready for basketball here in Eddyville. And we talked a little bit in our pregame opener and then also with Coach Fischels there, if you were watching, about the offense, right? Getting those shots to fall. They shot 37% in a loss at Albia, 63-59 on Tuesday. But also what the Blue Demons had success with was keeping the Indians off the glass. 35 rebounds, 8 on the offensive end. And in their wins, Clarke dominates rebounding. 42 boards, 16 on the offensive glass on average. So that'll be a big key tonight as well. Stout and White in the circle. The ball is up. The tip is won. And it looked like Stout got it. He's going to get it back now after he tipped a couple of hands in the way over to his grasp. We're underway with the Rockets starting with the basketball. Moore gets cut off. He swings it into the corner for Corneliuson. Jesse into the teeth of the zone. Kicks it out. Wade for three, right corner. Carson Wade has it rim out. Rebound tipped around. Corneliuson, who's probably the shortest guy on the floor, got it. His putback didn't fall, and Jack Cooley there to clear it. Ahead, Wade with the steal, not allowing Clarke to run in transition. Moore on the other end rises over Cooley and banks it in. And a little stare down from Brooks Moore going the other way. 2-0. The Rockets strike first. Here's Otto on the drive. He kicks to Dial. Thought about one of those corner threes he loves. Gets tripped up, flips it up off the window, and that's off the mark. Stout got the board. Here comes Moore all the way to the rack, and a finger roll up and through for Brooks Moore. A 4-0 start for the Rockets and Brooks Moore. A minute into the ball game. Here comes Otto, one of the best point guards in the conference, no doubt about it, especially when you factor in his assist-to-turnover ratio. Cooley with a leaner. That goes around Moore. And Jack has matched his total from the first matchup against EBF. 1 for 1 from the floor, too. Moore for three. You bet. Oh, and he looks over at the Indian sideline, too. Goodness, he's feeling it early. All 7 points on the board belong to number 24 in White. Otto around a screen from Cooley. Jack thought about a step back. Keeps his dribble. A double team comes. He gets it away to Otto. Bo, in talking about that, he has 8 assists per game and averages just over 2 turnovers per outing. Here, good take by Jesus Vega. Somehow got that floater to fall from the heavens and down. There's an assist right away for Bo Otto. Corneliuson for three. Hit it. That's got to feel good for Jesse Corneliuson as he came in 18% from downtown, 6 of 34, and a team, you heard me talk with Coach Stout and Coach Fischels, that's not their game, shooting threes. Already a couple of them here in the early going. We got a kicked ball out of bounds that will stay with Clarke, and the Rocket faithful thought it went off an Indian underneath. 10-4, the advantage for EBF. By the way, we love hearing from you folks in our comment section here on Go SEC TV. We pride ourselves on being able to bring you a interactive broadcast, so hop on in. Let us know who you're cheering for. If it's an individual player, a team in general, just shout them out. We'll be happy to pass it along here on the air. With 10 on the shot clock, Otto's got it back near half court. Into the corner for Dial with 5. Garrett swings it over to the left wing for Vega. He's going to try a three. Left it short. Rebound for Moore. Brooks Moore always eyes up in transition, looking ahead to try to facilitate it somewhere. Instead, he carries the basketball. You don't see that one called very often. First giveaway by the Rockets. Clarke best in the conference with just 11 turnovers per game they average. EBF not too far off with 15 per contest. 5:15 to go, first quarter, 10-4 EBF. The pass from Otto to White was tipped by Davis, but it got back to Bo. Now he and Jesse Cornelison get tied up, and the arrow favoring the Indians. We'll keep it on this end. You might be able to see there at the top of your screen the crowd on hand. We got standing room only in the wings here. It is a electric environment tonight in Eddyville. Cooley inbounds. Otto had to climb the ladder to go get it. Pulls up for a jumper inside the arc. Off the back iron. Cooley tracks it down in the corner around Moore. He rises and fires. That's off the back iron. Cornelson's fighting with White, and we got a foul call. Cole White is going to the free throw line. How about the effort by Jesse Cornelson, by the way, just to even fight for that board with the 6'7" Cole White. Jesse's listed at 5'8". To the line goes Cole as the foul was issued to Clarke Stout, the first on the junior, first team foul as well here on EBF, and White hits the first free throw. Cole 60% at the line this year, 15 of 25. And with another offensive rebound, he adds to his team lead. He now has 50 on the season. Perfect at the stripe. Makes it a 4-point game, 3 minutes in. 10-6 EBF. Cornelson hands it off to Moore. Underneath, Davis climbs the ladder. Kick out. Wade's going to try a left corner three. That's the ticket. He didn't hit from the right, but he hits from the left, and another three falls. That is 3 in the first quarter. Nay, the first 3.5 minutes of this ball game. Dial tries to answer. Brick left it short. Cornelson grabs a board. Jesse ahead. Looks inside to Davis, finds Stout inside the free throw line, and his jumper falls. How about Kyle Davis with some inside-out assists here? Back to a 9-point lead, largest for EBF at 15-6. 4:15 to go, first quarter. Cooley backing in on Moore. Turns around, now goes up. Stout got a piece of it. A block for Clarke Stout. Moore looks to run. All the way in, left-hand finger roll up and through, and a timeout will be used by Michael Fischels. The Rockets have launched, my friends. 17 points, and we haven't even played 4 minutes in Eddyville. It's a 30-second timeout, and instead of taking a break, we're actually going to take a moment and look in elsewhere around the conference. We got a couple more games going on this evening. Our friends on Go Pitch TV, our sister network here of the Iowa Media Network, looks like they are at the half, perhaps, in that Centerville-Albia game going on right now. And it looked like there in the first half, Albia had a decent lead at 24-12 at that highlight. They're showing some of those Hills highlights at the moment. And then over on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page, you got Davis County and Cardinal. And let's see if we got an early score there. Trying to get a peek at that up at the top right corner. 28-20, Davis County, I believe. Home team, yes. Mustangs with the early lead there against the Comets. We're keeping an eye on those here tonight in SEC action. Back to action here as the Indians try to dig out of an early hole here. Vega gets to the elbow, kicks it left wing. We had a change for Clarke. In comes Brock Watson. He's got the leather. Kicks it back to Cooley with 15 on the shot clock. Jack guarded by Moore. That's a one-on-one battle to watch tonight, no doubt. Vega with 10. Back to Watson. Brock on the drive. Swatted by both Stout and Wade to the front row of the bleachers. They were both there. I'm not even sure who to give credit to that one to. Nathan Roberts is going to check in here for, let's see, who's he replacing? Clarke Stout. There will be 6 seconds on the shot clock for this play. Clarke needs to realize where they have, how much time they've got here. Watson's going to inbound, goes high to Otto. Bo catches it, 5-4. Otto around the lane, stops, puts it up there. It hit the rim. He got his own miss. Now we've got a scrum for it underneath and a travel call on Bo Otto. Ended up on a knee and had white jerseys all around him. That's a tough spot to be. And we'll see Landon Glosser come in. I was so bummed after that game against Davis County last Friday. Landon had an outstanding outing, 14 points and 3 assists. We had him on post-game and didn't realize that our mic wasn't working. So we didn't get to hear, or you folks didn't get to hear from Landon Glosser. I did, but he did a great job in that interview. Had a great game. Wade at the free throw line, gets tangled up, got it away to Cornelson as he hits the deck. Jesse drives, his finger rolls too strong. Long rebound, Glosser gets bumped by Vega. Jesus is going to pick up his first team foul on Clarke. 17-6 Rockets. They are off to one of those fast starts we talked about. This year they're outscoring opponents 218 to 156 in the opening 8 minutes. It's not quite as lopsided as what their girls have done in the first quarter of games this year. Only 5 times have they trailed at the end of the first quarter, EBF. Cooley with a steal. Jack on the other end dunks it and gets fouled by Brooks Moore. A flex from Jack Cooley as he puts it on the noggin of Brooks Moore. We got to see that one again on the Go SEC TV instant replay. Got the steal, and what do they say all the time? Defense leads to offense. That was a pretty emphatic slam, my friends. Cooley to try to complete the and one opportunity. And he does. Jack Cooley's got 5 first quarter points. 17-9. Rockets still lead it by 8. Wade guarded by Watson, hands it off to Glosser, curling around to the elbow, stops there, leans into a right-hander that falls off the left, rebound tipped and taken by Otto. Great job by our camera operator too. Carmen McCrae's on our camera tonight, getting a great shot of that dunk for Jack Cooley. Otto baseline jumper, no. Wade there to wipe the glass clean with his first board. Under 2.5 to go, first quarter, 17-9. Back to that point about EBF scoring. Only 5 times of their 13 games have they trailed at the end of the first quarter this year. 4 of those 5 have been decided by single digits, so it's important. Glosser for 3, rattles it in from the left corner. Carson Wade already 3 assists, and he gets a steal now, and Otto takes it right back. Ahead, Vega running the floor, easy layup. Otto another assist, and Jesus has 4 first quarter points. 20-11. EBF under 2 minutes to go in our opening stanza. Cornelison around a block from Roberts, gets into the lane, floats it up and in, off the window, 5 points for Jesse Cornelison. 11-point advantage for the Rockets, 22-11. Vega drives, feeds underneath to White, who got it to fall. Good find for Jesus. 4 points from Cole White, we're trading buckets. Lead to 9, 22-13, Moore off the dribble. Attacks with the left hand, my goodness, how do you defend that? How about 11 first quarter points for Brooks Moore? 24-13, Cooley looking for a response. He missed it to the right on the little Jordan jump shot with the legs spraying out there. Carson Wade with the rebound. 24-13, under a minute left in the first quarter. Cornelison, left side, Wade for 3 again. Holy cow, have they come out and just shot the lights out. 5 threes in the first quarter for a team that averages 13 attempts from behind the arc per game. Otto gets pushed by Cornelison. The first personal on the junior point guard for the Rockets. 3rd team foul. And a couple of changes. Carrick Stout and Kyle Davis check back in for EBF as Brooks Moore goes to the sideline. And I didn't catch the other Rocket who came out. I think it was Nathan Roberts still out there. Also for Clarke, Oscar Castro. He's got the ball here, has checked in. Gives it back to Cooley with 28 on the shot clock. There's maybe a second difference between shot and game clock. Here, Castro drives and got fouled by Davis. A couple of free throws coming for Oscar Castro. Or did they get 50? They did. Nathan Roberts, instead of Kyle Davis, picks up his first personal, 4th team foul. And Castro cannot hit the first here. He's an 18% free throw shooter this year, 2 of 11 coming into tonight. Clock is stopped with 23 seconds on the board and a 14-point advantage for EBF. Castro hits the second. Glosser is going to bring it up for EBF. And they're going to hold for the final shot, it looks like, as he takes some air out of the basketball here. With 10, they'll go to work. Roberts gives him a screen high. Glosser right side, over to left side. Stout and Davis were in the same area. Castro got a steal. Oscar is going to fire a 3 and hit it. Wow. In transition, Oscar Castro makes it a 10-point deficit for the Indians. But the Rockets off to one of those fast starts. 3 straight games now. They've scored at least 27 in the opening stanza. But a long way to go in this one. We'll be back for the start of the second after this on Go SEC TV.